Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Mr. Albert Lopez channel. My name is Albert Lopez. If you could tell, I'm not in my normal setting. I'm using my daughter's light, my daughter's studio. Sorry if it's overexposed or underexposed. Trying to make it happen here with her tools. My dog, my beautiful Valentina, is on the treadmill over in the area where I work in, so it'd be kind of loud, and I definitely didn't want to not do a video. Maybe if I sit down. My daughter don't know. Oh, a little better. She doesn't know I'm in here. She jumped in into some stuff, so I figured I'd come in here and knock out a quick video. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Try to get a remind me thumbnail picture before we go. Today I want to come in here and I want to jump on a quick subject. Is how to I mean, this is hella just balancing act. I do apologize. But you gotta do what you gotta do. That's how we roll in the entrepreneur family. By the way, welcome to all my entrepreneurs in the entrepreneur family, whether you're a parent, a youngster. Oh my gosh, I keep on kicking everything. I'm so sorry. Whether you're a youngster, a kid, a teen, a grandparent, a neighbor, an uncle, if you're an inspiration in your group, in your dugout, as an entrepreneur, you're rolling with a group of entrepreneurs, you came to the right channel where we get together and we talk about different situations to encourage each other, share experiences, and share stories. Welcome to the Mr. Albert Lopez channel. My name is Albert Lopez. Today we're going to talk about how to spit information that you've learned that you feel is so valuable. Content that is so valuable that you want to share with the rest of your group because you think it's the ultimate thing and you want to consume the whole day in regards to that topic. I do that a lot. I've done that a lot. I've been guilty of that. And I say guilty because it could be overwhelming to the rest of the group. Sometimes you're in a position, you're in a chapter of your life, in an area of your life where you consume certain great, phenomenal content, whether it's a book, a movie, a story you heard, a video on YouTube, a podcast, any kind of information that you absorbed. You weren't in a state of mind, in a situation, in a chapter of your life where you were able to consume that and it resonated and it meant a lot to you, like 10x a lot. Like it was totally like what's called sometimes an aha moment, a oh damn moment, where you're just like, oh my gosh, this just opened up so much. I learned so much. This is amazing. And you think it's so amazing, you want to share it with everybody. However, everybody is not in the same level, in the same chapter, in the same vibrating at the same energy that you are, having the same situation that you are at the current time. They're at a different time, running their own race, in their own envelope, in their own lane. But that doesn't mean that the information that you gathered isn't important. Maybe not the whole movie, maybe not the whole book, maybe not the whole hour-long podcast, maybe not the whole 20-minute video. I know how I felt. I would want my whole group to sit down, my son, my daughter, my wife, sit down and watch this 35-minute video because it's all fire. It's all great information that you need to gather because it did all this for me. It talks about this, 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 and this, and it just gathers so much information. It spits so much great information. You need to absorb it. You need to learn from it and learn as much as I did, and it's going to impact your life as much as I did. That's what you see through your lenses, but it's not necessarily the case for them because they're not going through the same things that you have. They haven't gone through the same things you have, so it's not going to impact them the same. So what you do is you gather the nuggets throughout the video, phrases that really struck you and why they struck you, and you recite them, you say them at the appropriate time with your group. Let me give you an example that's probably the best way. One of the ones that I can remember the most is from one of my top mentors, is Jim Rohn. He has a phenomenal book that's The Seasons of Life. Highly recommend. And he talks about everybody goes through their seasons, winter, fall, summer, spring. And winter is typically like the tough season. Everybody goes through their winters. Sometimes they're long, sometimes they're short, sometimes they're tough, sometimes they're easy. And when I had first found about this book, it was like the greatest thing ever. I wanted everybody to read it. I wanted to read it over and over and over again and share everything with it. And that's when I understood that not everybody in my group, in my dugout, was ready to absorb this small but yet time-consuming book, right? Good they would read it, and it would be great if they would read it, but it wasn't going to impact them as much as it impacted me at that time. I've read that book over a dozen times, and each time it touches me in a different way. By the way, books, I'm going to do another video of this. Books are like your friends. You have to have like your top shelf of books. That's my son back there. Hey, what's up, Cam? You got to have these, like your top 12, I think, that you just read over and over and over. And you come back to them, and you know what they are, but you gather so much from them that you come back to them. Any case, back to the story. So you grab this information, and I wanted them all to read it, but they were all just kind of like, I got maybe they're reading their own books or watching their own series. They already have enough challenges with their busy day to fit in creating content and spending time with their friends and all that, whatever they got going on in their life, that I'm trying to shove in one more thing to do in their life. So what I did is I got that one bit of information. Everybody the part that was just like wow for me was everybody goes through their winters. Everybody goes through their winters. It's just not to think so. It's naive, the cycle has been going on forever. You got your 4 seasons, and never changes, and as far as we could probably assume, it never will change. So everybody has had a winter or will have a winter. So anytime a conversation would come up like, oh, so and so went through this, or my friend went through this, my answer would be, when I would find a good opportunity to express that that knowledge that I absorbed, that information, that content that I absorbed, I would say, it looks like he's going through a winter. And I would leave it at that. But it would kind of cause them to like, Eventually it was like, well, what do you mean a winter? Well, it's like the seasons, summer, fall, winter, spring. Everybody goes through their winter. Winter, it's when it's cold, it's dark. There's maybe not many fruits on the tree, so even if you're hungry, you go to a tree and it's not going to have anything. If you would have prepared, and if you would have worked hard in the summer and maybe not celebrated so much in the fall, and in the spring you would have worked hard and planted, your winter wouldn't have been so cold. But maybe, that's why his winter is not so big, or her winter is not so big. But, that's my daughter that just snuck it. Oh, by the way, I'm using your light. Sorry, I'm almost done. And so now it'll cause curiosity. It's like, oh, so they're going through a winter. Yeah, they're going through a winter. And you kind of explain kind of how it works. And now they're interested because their friend or someone that they're a fan of, a movie star or a musician, or someone's going through a rough patch, and you throw that I guess analogy, that example of a winter. Now they're interested, and you could apply whatever it is that you learned. Like in this case, I applied the content that I gathered from Jim Rohn and explained to them that they were going through a winter and kind of how it worked. And I didn't get lengthy with it. It was just kind of quick. Later on, and I'm talking like not that day, but like in another situation, someone, oh, so-and-so pulled off this crazy trick on his skateboard. He's going through a fall. He's going through a harvest. He's going through some good times. He's enjoying it. Yeah, and he keeps, now he did this trick. Now he did this trick. Oh, he's going through his summer. He's enjoying good times. Make sure that he enjoys it, because this isn't going to last forever. He may fall pretty soon, or he may have something else coming along pretty soon. But have him enjoy this moment as much as possible, because he's going through his fall when stuff starts growing, the harvest, and then summer. You also enjoy summer because the days are long. There's a lot of stuff from your harvest, that's just plentiful, and everything's going great. But remember, there's a winter coming, and there's also a spring where you got to work hard. Again, it'll cause curiosity because now it's connected to somebody. Now it's connected to someone, such as a friend, like I said, or someone that they see as that they're a fan of. That's how you bring in these stuff that you learn. You make it practical. You make it practical with something that's going on in their life. As anxious as you are to just start about the book all day, all weekend, all week, all the time. Oh, look at this. Try to save it and condense it for certain lines, but have them loaded so you're ready to pull the trigger whenever you need to, when the moment's right, where you could explain it and keep it short and sweet. And it will cause curiosity it will cause questions like, well, what do you mean? Or like, how is that? And then you have a follow-up and you keep it short, so you keep curiosity. Once you spit enough, it'll come to a point where they're asked. This is kind of like a winter, huh, Dad, how you were saying. Or this is like, hey, Mom, this is kind of like someone else was going through a winter. And then they'll wonder, you bring it up a little bit more, work, be like an ant. When it's summer, work as if winter's coming. But when it's winter, know that summer's coming. You see little quotes like those are kind of like wow, that's pretty crazy. What does that mean? They might not say it at the time. When they mature enough, or they have a certain situation that they're going through in their life, or they're one of their peers, or one of the people that they follow, they'll follow up and ask, like, what does that mean? Or, hey, this guy's going through a winter, this guy's going through where did you get that from? Or I heard someone else say it, somebody else on the internet, or somebody else that they follow. Hey, somebody else said that whole wrong thing or whatever. Who's that? That's when you could give them a little bit more information. By the way, this book is on the shelf if you want to read it, or you could get the audio version or whatever. This goes kind of back to the inspiration before education. You kind of inspired through these little quotes, even though you're not giving them the whole bucket worth of information, you're giving them little tidbits. When they're ready, they will come to you and ask a little bit more of what you teased them with, what you get, little grains that you gave them here and there. When they're ready to get the full package, they'll come to you and they'll be interested, and now they'll actively now they will actively listen versus passively listen when you're trying to shove it down their throat. That's what I got for you today. This is, again, going back to what was that? I'm saying this is kind of quick. Like I said, there was a lot of noise back there. I wanted to come in here. How to share the information that you consumed with your crew, with your kids, with your dugout, without overwhelming them with what you've learned, and keeping them interested and having them come back for more information. Bam! Off the top of the dome, in a quick borrowed studio. Thank you at Lindsay Starbies for letting me come in here and do your thing. Little surprise visit from Cameron Lopez 1 right there, who came out a little while ago. And then you did see Starbies kind of creep in here and say, hey, hurry up because I need to do my thing. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Oh, I could even do something dramatic right here. Watch. This is special. Hold on. Here we go. We'll see you in the next video. You like that, huh?